There's a thing that everybody does without even noticing when trying to improve themselves and get better at a subject, in life, in school, or in this case in Valorant. Whenever we set goals, we look for someone who is at the top and seek their advice. We listen to them for hours, analyze everything they say, apply their teachings, and after seeing that some of them work, we get addicted. Whenever things stop working, guess where we go? Back to them. It's a continuous loop that, unless you understand the following things I will tell you, will keep you stuck and never achieving your true potential. I'm Kimmy, the manliest man with a girl's name, episode 2 Radiant, WestJet Living in Europe edition, and in this video you will learn how to actually improve without having to watch all of these Valorant Gurus for hours and hours. Straight to the point, no BS. Now before we get into it, you have to understand what self-improvement hell means in the first place. Whenever you want to improve in any aspect, let's say aiming in this case, the first thing most of us do is search on YouTube. How to improve aim, how to get better aim, etc. Now you see a top YouTuber with like 50 videos on this topic, and of course you watch all of them. You try everything out, and whenever something doesn't work, you blame yourself. It didn't work because I didn't do exactly what Mr. YouTuber X said to do. That's why. Let's see what he said about this on his Discord or his latest YouTube video. And so, you never learn how to think for yourself and how to actually analyze your own gameplay and learn from your mistakes. You're constantly seeking the advice of these YouTube gurus who make videos on the same topic 100 times, saying the same things over and over again. Now let's see what you should actually do. Step 1. Learn the basics. If you're just starting the game, yes, watching some YouTube videos is okay. And I suggest focusing on these topics first. The meaning of each role and actually understanding how to play each role. There are people in Immortal who still don't understand what a controller should do. Next, the basics of aiming, crosshair placement, and positioning. These are the main things that a beginner player should master. Watching 2 videos on each topic is more than enough. Next, what you should do more is simply play the game. You're so new to the game that it's way too early to look into complex stuff that you might not even understand because they're targeted at a beginner audience but are actually for advanced players. It's just clickbait. Step 2. Understand that the only person in control of your performance is yourself. There is no magic routine that will keep you consistent. There is nothing that will make you go from a bronze player to ascendant after watching 10 videos. It's impossible. That's why on this channel, I cover the basics of every aspect and mostly talk about mindset, because the real difference between a Radiant player and an Ascendant player is that one has more willpower and learns from their own mistakes. I've told this story again and again. I've had a Radiant buddy who was level 10 in CS and Radiant in almost every episode. He didn't do any magic aiming routine, never paid for a coach or anything of that sort. You know what he did? Played with better players, watched his own replays, understood what he did wrong in games, and never made those mistakes again. Do the same. Step 3. Pick a role, stick to it, and become a master, not a jack of all trades. What these gurus fail to mention in all of these videos, primarily by design to make you keep coming back for filler information, is that the top players on the leaderboard are there because they've mastered their roles and chosen 1 or 2 agents who are really good in that current meta. If you want to play duelist, cool. What do you need to understand? How to enter on every site, which angles to pick first, second, third, etc. How to push on the controller side, how to gain map control. Most likely a Valorant guru doesn't even understand half of these things. They'll just tell you to play aim labs or deathmatch more. Want to learn more about these things? Guess what? Pro players who are actually paid to be better at this game talk a lot about these aspects for free on their streams. Pick a role, pick a pro player who plays your role and streams, and watch their VODs. You will learn more from watching one pro player's stream than from hours of watching YouTube gurus' VOD reviews on YouTube. And I'm not naming any of these gurus because they're so sensitive I might get a copyright strike. Step 4. Skip routines. Contrary to popular belief and contrary to what all of these gurus are saying about having a routine and doing these routines every day before comp and every day before going to sleep, having a routine makes you weak, in-game and in real life. A routine is rigid, it's not flexible. You have to do that every day or your mind tricks itself into underperforming. Oh, I didn't do my routine today, I hope I don't play bad. And guess what happens? You play bad. Was it because you skipped day 25 out of 40 of your daily aiming routine? No, you probably just had a bad game. It is what it is. This mindset makes you weak and fragile. I've talked about methods of training and actually improving your aim in other videos, and it's under 5 minutes. You don't have to watch a 40-minute video for just basic advice. Bottom line, these gurus found a market where they put themselves at the top. They promise you amazing results, you get a placebo effect for a while, and when you stop consuming, guess what? You go back to the cause. Step 5. How to actually achieve your full potential. This is kinda tricky because, again, this is a paradox that I call the harder you try, the worse it gets, which I will make a separate video on soon. But it boils down to this: at some point you probably had some really good games. You were in the zone and you didn't even try. That's because you were calm, your mind was clear, everything went smoothly. Usually why you can't keep this going for long is because you overanalyze and overthink everything. If you feel good, keep playing. If you feel bad, stop playing. That's pretty much it. When you feel bad, you have to try harder to win, and usually it gets much worse. That's why I said in other videos to only play when you feel like playing. So, watch some videos just to get an idea. Pick a role. Pick a pro player to watch streams and learn from. Skip routines. They make you weak. And avoid the try harder paradox. That's all.
Arrivederci.